Hi everyone, I am Mary Schumann, your Twin Cities relocation obsessed realtor who actually really likes winter. We're heading into winter, we're heading into the holidays, and the days are getting shorter. And this is the time when Minnesotans, and probably everybody in a northern climate, leans into coziness and things like baking and snow pants and just generally hunkering down. So like clockwork, this is also when the real estate market slows way down. And a hot tip for a cold time is that this is the very best time of the year to actually be a home buyer. So today we're talking about what's happening right now in the Minneapolis-St. Paul market as of November 23rd, 2025. So whether you're thinking about buying or selling and you're wondering what should I expect as we head into 2026, let's get into that. So what market are we even really talking about? Well, I work primarily in the 7-county metro area. People here call it the metro, and that's where 99% of my buyers are looking when they come to me from out of state or from anywhere. You will absolutely see stats floating around for the 13-county area, and I recently heard an agent that was pulling numbers from 16 counties, and that's really basically half of Minnesota. So it's a little bit on the large side for what most of the folks that I'm working with are looking for, and I want to give you relevant information. So everything I'm telling you about today comes from the 7-county Twin Cities metro area, which is what matters, at least to me. All right, so let's think about appreciation and how healthy it is and why it matters. So if we look at single family previously owned homes, the year-over-year appreciation is sitting at 4.5% for this metro area. I actually love that number because it means we are still growing. We're still in a seller's market, and in my opinion, this is a healthier place to be for the market overall. A buyer's market really means that nothing is moving. You may be able to get a great deal on a house, but if you actually need to sell your house to do it, well, that's actually not great. So we're not seeing the price declines, like value declines that are happening in other parts of the country. Yes, people do drop their listing price, but we're not talking about year-over-year appreciation. We're just talking about normal price drop to find a buyer. Overall, value is holding and rising, and that's what really matters. It's kind of a weird, spotty market again, still, always. I feel like I always say that. All right, so here's what's interesting right now, and I would say kind of consistent. Some homes are at or under the median price or right around the median price. They are still getting multiple offers immediately. Meanwhile, higher end price brackets have a much smaller buyer pool, and these people are very particular. It's not that people don't want those homes, it's just that they're being more selective than ever. Take a look at this graph that shows the number of showings by price point in the past month. This again is the 7-county metro area, and I believe I went up to 1.25 million on this and started at 300,000. And you can see where the bulk of the showings are. No mystery here, but you can see how that shrinks significantly as the price goes up. Buyers today are significantly more discriminating across the board. If you're selling, you need to be ready. Don't wait for buyers to spot objections. Try to eliminate them before they walk in the door. Okay, so here are some key numbers that you need to know. On previously owned single-family homes, the median price is $418,000, so half are above, half are below. The average price is at just over $508,000, and we currently have 1.7 months worth of housing inventory if we added nothing else. This number has been steady for over a year for the 7-county metro. So remember that anything under 5 months is typically considered a seller's market, and so that means, yes, sellers still have an advantage here. It's not crazy like it was a couple of years ago, but it's still an advantage. So let's look at new construction. The median price at new construction is $600,000, and the average price is $713,000. So you have to have a better than average budget to buy in new construction, no surprise, but year-over-year appreciation is at just over 6%, so the values are going up. Here's where it's interesting. Month supply is nearly 6 months. That puts new construction in a balanced market, and honestly, it's been holding steady there for about a year as well, but this is where buyers have a ton of choice, but also remember, smaller lot size, larger homes ongoing construction around them and landscaping that's not going to look established for probably about a decade. So beautiful in the end, yes, but a shady paradise anytime soon? Absolutely not. It's probably looking more like a cornfield that's growing houses. All right, so why now might be the right time to buy? If you are planning to buy at all, winter is when I see the best opportunities. And the reasons for that are that things are moving more slowly, more flexible sellers when it comes to negotiation. There's less pressure to waive protections like inspections, and more time to think. Holiday season sellers really want to sell, and in slower markets, strategy is the winner, not emotion. So if you have a house to sell and you're getting it ready for sale in the spring, now would also be a great time to get those contractors in there and get projects done over the winter. All right, the bigger picture. I'm going to talk about predictions for 2026, and let's zoom out. The chief economist for the National Association of Realtors, his name is Lawrence Yun, predicts that home sales will increase by 16% next year. And here's the big if. The big if is, does the Federal Reserve drop interest rates as the economy continues to soften? His take is that if interest rates get to 6%, the market is just going to be bonkers again. That does sound amazing to have those low rates, right? But easier payments and all that stuff. Here's a big Minnesota-sized bet. Lower rates actually equal more buyers, which equals more competition, and that equals higher prices. So there is absolutely no free lunch in real estate. If you buy now, you'll get a lower price, you'll avoid those spring bidding wars, and you get time and leverage. And you can also refinance later if you need to. But if you wait until January, well, hello, spring market in Minnesota. So I do want to talk about the spring market because it's not actually in spring. If you're new here, let me share a Minnesota secret. And people are always shocked when I say this. Our real estate market starts in January. Every year, it's like watching birds migrate back north. One day it's calm, and the next day, buyers everywhere. This year, I didn't feel the slowdown until now, which is late November. Next month is going to be pretty quiet. And then starting in the middle of January, I think the chaos is going to begin again. Prices rise in spring, period. I recently heard a statistic which I haven't personally verified through like number crunching, but it absolutely aligns with what I see every year. Home prices rise about 10% in spring. So let's do the math on that. If you buy a $500,000 home in December, that same home is probably going to cost about $550,000 when it goes on the market in spring. So even if that number ends up being closer to 5%, you're still paying significantly more by buying in a hotter market. And you're competing with more buyers for the privilege. So my final thoughts are strategy always wins. And if you're a buyer, this is still a really fantastic time to make your move if you're able. You get time, you get leverage, you get more options, and you avoid that spring surge. If you're a seller, especially in price ranges with less activity, just be patient. Your buyers are coming. They're actually out there right now. It's just that they're moving a little slower. They always do come. Minnesota's market is still strong, still stable, still appreciating, and still a place where people want to live. If you're thinking about buying or selling or relocating to the Twin Cities Metro in 2026, please reach out because I love to talk to people that meet me on YouTube, and I would love to help you strategize your next move. So please check the description box. My contact information is down there, along with links for some free downloads if you're interested. Stay warm, stay cozy, and I will see you in the next one. I'm Mary Schumann. Thank you for watching.